Okay, so if you just join us, we are trying to learn. Today is another session, is a continuation of what list. And then this is Darko Labs, and we are working on an AI bootcamp. So this list, what we just started is sorting the list in ascending order. And for you to sort a list in ascending order, you just need to use the variable name fruit, and then you just add the inbuilt function, which is dot sort, and then you'll be able to sort them in ascending. If you want the reverse of that particular ascending order, then you use reverse inbuilt function, and then you'll be able to reverse the list. Okay. Now let's look at another one. Let's see, assuming we want to remove all these items or all these elements in this particular list. Okay, assuming we want to remove all these items in this particular list. So what I'm saying is we want to remove all the items from the list. So for us to remove all the items from the list, all that we need to do is what? Just first, let me print the list for you guys. So let's say fruit. So this is our fruit. Now we want to remove all this. So we will say that fruits dot. Now we have inbuilt function already for us. So we don't need to code anything, and which is called what? Clear. Sorry, I typed it wrong. Clear. Okay. So this is an inbuilt function already in Python that allows you to remove or clear everything, every item from a list. And once I run this and then I say fruits, now we have empty list. See, now we have empty list. So it's telling us that I have cleared all this. And now we know how we can add list, isn't it? I taught you here, which is append. So when I want to add items in a list, all that I need to do is to come here. Okay, I didn't teach you guys. I think we did it yesterday. Let me check. Yeah, we did it here. Append. So you see, so if I want to add this fruit back, all that I need to do is just come here. Now we have empty list, so I can just say fruit and then dot append. Then I'll append all of them. All right, good. Now let's look at slicing in the list in Python. What is slicing? Slicing list. Because it's very important. Now that we understand list, we need to look at how we can slice. Understand? Slicing is basically like, let's say for instance, we have numbers and we want to select certain kind of item. Sometimes we want to cut it, like we slice it. You understand? So let's say we have some group of numbers. So let's say we have numbers in our list. So what should be the numbers? So let me make it small for us. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Let's get to 10, right? 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So let's say we have these numbers. So you see, we've declared a variable called numbers, and this variable we are assigning it to a list. And within the list, we have items or elements. And remember, I told you each item is being represented with what? An index. And that is how Python sees them. So Python sees the 1 as 0 index, the 2 as 1 index, the 3 as 2 index, the 4 as 3 index, like that. Okay? So all that we need to do is, now, we need to, based on this list that we have created, we want to slice it. Basically, slicing means we want to make sure, okay, we want to start printing our list or getting our results from 2. Or let's say we want to, okay, get the result from 4. Or let's say we want to get the result between 2 and 7. Okay, between 4 and 9. We don't need any other thing, any other item or any other element. You get it, guys? So all that I need to do is, I just want to print some specific elements or items I want. So in the process of you printing, as I told you yesterday, it's more like you are querying the data from the database. Okay, so for us to query the data from the database, it's more like we are printing. Okay, but because we are not yet there when it comes to database, for now we are using print. So I'll just say print, and then print is a function, an inbuilt function in Python. So print, then I need to bring my open and close bracket. Okay. So once I bring my open and close bracket, all that I need to do is that, what am I printing? Now I have a variable name called number, which has a list. So I need to bring that variable numbers. Okay. And this number, remember I told you, for you to access the elements in a list, you bring the square brackets, open and close square brackets. So for me to access these elements, I need to say the numbers, which is a variable name holding these list elements, and then based on that I bring it. Then I can reference each individual one indexes. Okay. So now for me to slice, all that I need to do is bring my colon. Now the colon, yesterday I told you that the left and then the right. The left will tell you where should I start picking the elements. Okay. Please, if you are requesting, don't worry, I'll bring you up. I want to finish the session because when your guys are up, people are not able to see the code, the screen well. Okay. Sorry about that. Just hold on. Or any question you have, don't worry. I'll be done with today's session very soon. And when we are done, you guys can come up. Now, the print numbers is this. Okay. So what I'm doing is, now inside the square bracket, I want to be able to access these kind of items or elements. And in Python, I told you guys that for you to be able to access these things, we use the index. So the index of 1 is 0. It starts with 0, okay, in Python. The index of 2 is 1, 3 is 2, 4 is 3, and all that. So all that you need to do is, I want to, so type in the comment section, which element should we access? But I'll do first one, and then the second one we'll be doing it from the comment section. So let's say I want to access 2. Okay, let's say I want to access 2, but I want to get to, I want the results of 2, 3, and 4. But for me to see the result of 2, 3, and 4, all that I need to do is, on my left side here, okay, on my left side here, I enter the index element of that particular element I want to access. So what is the index of 2? Is what? You get a concept here. You can type in the comment section. What will be the index of 2? So let me make it simple for you guys. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to go over. Let's say if I want to start accessing the elements from 3 here, and I want to get to, let's say, only 4, okay, or I want to get the elements from, I want to get these elements 3, 4, 5. If I want to get these elements 3, 4, 5, what I need to do is, I need to make sure 3, 4, 5 is my result or my output. Okay, so if I want to start from 2 and get to here, so all that I need is, the index of 2 is 1. Okay, and then I want to get to, I want to see 6, but I need to use the index of what? 7. So I'll put here 7. So you will see that our results will be what? So who can type in the comment section, what will be our results when I run this? What will be our results? In the comment section, guys, what will be the result? So now I'm saying that I have a list. I want to slice this list by picking only these ones. So 1 is the index of 2, and then the index of 7, which will be definitely 8. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the index of 7 will be 8. So it means, what will be my output? My output will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Someone is saying 3, 4, 5. Check it well. We have this 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm watching the comment. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. This is the index of 7. This is the index of 1. So what is the, okay, first let's answer this question so I know you guys get the concept well. What is the index of 1? Kindly type in the comment section. What is the index of 1? What is the element when we say index of 1, 2, good. Oh, who says 0? Oh, Lizzie, sorry. So it's 2. Okay. What is the index element of 7? The 7. What is the index? In the comment section. 6. Very good, Mayor. So it's 6. So now, what do you think will be our output or our result when I run this? So what do we think will be the output or the result when I run this? 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So let's run and see. So we see what we are getting. So you guys are all wrong. You forgot the 7. I told you, we said the index of 7 is 8. So automatically you will see 7 as well. Don't forget I said Python starts with index of 0. And now we are telling Python to start from the index of 1, which will start printing from 2. And if we start printing from 2, the index of 7 is 8. So 8 will not be included. It will end at 7. Good. So you guys get a concept now. Very good. Thank you for understanding. So now let's slice again. Okay, now you guys understand. So let's slice again. What will be the result for this? Print into bracket numbers. Okay. Numbers, and then now let's slice. Now we are slicing. So on our left, let's say I leave it empty. On our right, I say 5. So what will be the result of this? Of this one? When I run. Now we know this, right? So what will be the result of this? The second print. Yes, in the comment section, guys. In the comment section. So what will be the result of the second print command? When I slice. So I'm slicing now. I'm slicing now. What will be the result? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you guys are all correct, except Danny. Danny, where did you get the 6 from? Okay, let's run and see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Danny, where did you get the 6 from? Oh, sorry about that. All right. So yeah. So you guys are getting the concept now. So that's how it works. Like, it's as simple as that. That is why I'm trying to take my time. If you guys do get this logic here correctly, I tell you, doing data analysis will be easy for you. That is why I'm trying to take my time for you guys to understand these concepts. That's why we are not rushing into Python. We want to master Python very well. Once we are done mastering Python, machine learning will be easy for us. Okay? Because we understand how to code. And we understand our code well. Greediness again. Oh, Daddy, greediness. All right. So you see, so we started from the index of 0 because here is empty. So definitely it will start from the index of 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So of course, we are not adding the index of 5 because we are ending there. So it will pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's why we are seeing it. Okay, let's look at another one. Let's look at another one. We are trying to test different scenarios. Okay. So let's say numbers, and inside my list, of course, I bring my colon, move left and right. So let's slice again. Let me do this. Okay. So let's slice again. Let's say I have this. What do you think will be my result? What do you guys think will be the result of this print? In the comment section. Okay, let's go. Let's go, guys. Please, let's go with the result. What do you think will be the result before we run? So I said this time around, I'm using 2 columns, right? I'm using 2 columns. So what will be the result of this? What will be the result of this? Someone is saying, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Wow, who is that? Sammy? Okay. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Good. Yeah, I think Sammy, you are correct. I think that is how it's supposed to be. So basically, what we are trying to do here, let me run so you see Sammy. Yeah, Sammy, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So basically, what we are trying to do here is 13579. All that we are saying that at every element just move as like jump 2. Okay, so we are jumping. When we go to the step, okay, so at every step we jump 2. We jump. So it will pick 1. Of course, it's empty here, so it will start from the index of 0. So we see we pick 1, and then we jump two steps, and then we go to 3. We jump 2 steps, we go to 5. Okay, we jump 2 steps, we go to 7, and then we jump 2 steps, we go to what? 9. Okay, so that's why we are seeing 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So it's just this 2 here is just steps you are trying to jump. Okay, guys, I hope it's clear. Okay, let's look at another last example. Let's look at this. Print into bracket numbers, our list. Where should be? Okay, let me switch it. 1, 1, and then -1. So what do you think will be the result for this? Yes, in the comment section. Let's go. Let's go, guys. In the comment section, what do you think will be the result for this? In the comment section. So I'm saying that start from 0. Start from 0. But I don't want to say it again. So -1. Okay, let's go. Oh, 0, really, Danny? No. So now what we need to understand is we can actually tell Python, okay, to start printing our results right from the back, from 10. You know, initially we were printing right from 1, from the index of 0. We can also tell it to start from the reverse. That is good, Brackwell, thank you very much. The reverse, you understand, the reverse. And for you to use the reverse, we just use the -1. Okay, so when I say -1, I'm just telling Python that, oh, I don't want you to start from the index of 0. This time around, start from the back, the reverse of it. So once I put -1 here, it will just start from here. So when I run like this, we will see this same list, okay, this same thing, but this time around, we will see it starting from 10, 9, 8, 7. You get it? So you see 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's just the reverse of so when we remove, let's say we remove, okay, let's say we remove the minus like this, and then we run this. So you see the difference. So it's just, I just want to tell Python to start from the back, start display my results from the back. That's it. So it's just the reverse. So you see the difference here. So if you want to use the reverse, that's how we do it. All right. Now let's say what if I put here, let's say we have this same scenario, but what if I put here any number, let's say 3. So what do you guys think will be the result when I put here 3? So now we understand it from here, isn't it? So of course you will get it from here, right? But what if I put here -2? Yes, in the comment section, what will be the result when I put here -2? Now we know -1. So what will be -2? Yay! In the comment section, let's go. In the comment section, when I put there -2, what will be the result? Jemima said 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Oh, Jemima, where is the 1 coming from? Oh, so Sami said 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Yes, Sami, you are correct. So it will be 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. So let's run and confirm it. Good. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. So you see, so what are we trying to do here? We are just trying to what? Move what? We are starting from the back, but we are moving what? 2. We are jumping 2. So it's just the same logic. Don't let the negative confuse you. That same logic you have from this is the same logic we apply here. Just that this time around, we are starting from the back. That is the only thing. We are doing the reverse. Okay? We are just doing the reverse of it. That's it, guys. Alright. So that is how slicing is, and it's very simple. It's well understood. If you're able to understand slicing, you can work with data analysis well using your notebooks and Python. Okay? Alright. If you have any issue, don't worry. Once I'm done, you guys can come up and ask your questions. Alright. Remember, I told you today is workshop, so I'm taking my time. Once I'm done, we will do more practical examples. So now let's go to another code session. Now let's say we call something iterating, which I showed you or I taught you for loop, right? So let's say iterating iterating over a list. Okay, let's look at that. So let's look at iterating over a list. Now you understand list. So I want you to use that kind of knowledge we learned in for loop here. Okay? How can we iterate over a list? You guys get a concept? How can we iterate over a list? Okay? Alright. So now, let's say for instance, now let's write our for loop. For now we know the numbers. For numbers, because I don't want to write anything else. So I'm going to use these numbers, this one. So let me first print so we see the numbers. So let's print the numbers. Okay, so these are our numbers, right guys? Now I want to loop through these numbers. I want to use for loop and still be able to iterate over this list. You get the concept? Good. So now I'm saying that for numbers in where? In numbers. So in numbers. So this is my temporary variable in this numbers. So I'm creating a new temporary variable, and then based on this temporary variable, I'm saying that go look into this numbers, which is a variable holding all these list elements. Okay, once you go through this numbers, what do? I want you to print the numbers for me. So print numbers. Okay, it's as simple as that. And when I run this, I should see all the numbers being printed out. You see? So you can still iterate over a list using for loop. So you see how I use the for loop to iterate over this particular list. It's very simple. For numbers, in numbers, this is a temporary variable you can create. Okay, it can be anything. Let's say we say I and we run. Let's see if you get the same result. We get error because it's not part of what is a problem. It's not part of what we are trying to do because we are iterating over that particular list. So we need to still reference that numbers. Okay, all right. So just take note of these things. Did I spell anything wrongly? Numbers. Yeah. So we run. Oh, it's not iteratable. I need to run it here. And then for number, oh sorry, I wrote S. Yeah. For number in numbers, print number. Oh, still S here. Let me see the variable name. Numbers. So number in numbers, print number. Yeah. It's supposed to require. It's saying that integer object is not iteratable. Okay. So what I can do is, let me just do something like this. Okay. I don't know why sometimes it gets that kind of issue. So let's try and then run it again. So we have our numbers here. Good. Oh, because I've tried to change it, no changes. So let me run this first. Slicing, numbers, good. I have it correctly here. Then I can bring back and I can say for number in numbers. Okay. For number in numbers, print number. Okay. And when you run, we should get our result. Okay. Sometimes it wants us to go and rerun them again, which is not good. So you guys, you see, so this is just how you can use for loop to iterate over your list. Okay, let's look at how we can also iterate with index. Previously we were just iterating over numbers. Oh, your network is killing you, sorry. So let's see how we can iterate over what? We can iterate with index. Okay, so iterating with index. Okay, so all we need is another for loop. So for, okay, index, because when we say index, it means we are going to reference each element with each index. So we want to see the elements and their index. Okay, guys. So for index, comma, number. Okay, so there's a temporary variable in I want to make it enumerate, so it's more like I just want to make sure I have all of them aligned in order. So numbers, okay, and then numbers, I bring my column. Then here I just print. What do I print? I'm just going to print the index as well, and then the elements, which is the number. Okay, so it's just you adding index and bringing an inbuilt function called enumerate. Enumerate will just allow us to align in order. So when I run this, you see, so the index of 1 is 0, the index of 2 is 1. Sorry, the element 1 index is 0, the element 2 index is 1, the element 3 index is 2, the element 4 index is 3, the element 5 index. Please explain what this means. Like print into bracket number 2 colon 7. Okay, so Innovate text said print number. So it basically means that you are starting from the index of 2, but you want to get the result from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't want to include the index of 7, which the element index of 7, we don't want to include it. Okay, so let me run it here for you. That's your example. Let me run it here for you. So if I come here and I say, I'm writing your code. So print into brackets. What's the number? So I'm writing your code for you so you understand what I said. 2 colon 7. Okay, so this is why you wrote Innovate Tech. So basically what it means is that let's start from 2, the value of 2. This is the index of 2, the value or the element or the item is 0, 1, 2. So we will start displaying 3 all the way to the index of 7, which is 8. So we will get this result. So let's test and see. Okay, it's because I am not using it. So I need to make sure I come here, cut it, delete, go up here, and then use it here. Okay, numbers, the S didn't come. So let's run this again here. So you see what I was telling you, 3, 4, 5. If you want to see it, well, I can paste it here for you. So like this. So numbers supposed to be part, because our variable name is numbers. See the list, the variable name is numbers. I think what you typed there was just number. So when I run this, we should see 2. So to index of 2, 0, 1, 2. So to start printing from 3, index of 7 is what? 8. So 8 will not be included. We will end at here. So we're supposed to get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's run and see. You see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is how, these are all techniques. When you are doing data analysis, you query out, you try to understand the data, the distributions and all that. Sometimes you just wanted a specific column and all that. And this list, or how we query results from a list and all that will help you. These techniques, okay? Because at the end of the day, the data will be in what? In a CSV format, okay? And that CSV format is either rows or in columns. So you need to understand how you can bring out these columns, okay? And these are some of the tricks we use, all right? Now we understand iterating, okay? So let's see, iterating over index with index, and that was what I was showing you guys here. So we are just making sure we have the index aside the elements, and that's basically what we just did. Okay. Now let's look at less comprehension. We call something less comprehension. So we call something less comprehension. Okay. Now for less comprehension, how should I put it for you guys? So let's say we have this particular empty list. Okay. So let's say we have this empty list. Now, sometimes we want to write everything within one line or just two lines. We want to make sure we are saving a lot of what? Memory. And I told you, you need to write efficient code. Yes, you stop at 6. Yes, enumerate. Yes. So you need to write efficient code that doesn't take a lot of memory. Okay. And for you to do that, sometimes we advise you use list comprehension, because all that I've taught you, you could see we were writing all these things and all that, but sometimes we could just make it simple and everything. So let me write this example, then we look at it together. Okay. So let's say I have an empty list, and for this empty list, let's say I'm going to use for loop. So for any variable, temporary variable, let's say x. Okay. For x in range, now we know range, we understand range, so I don't need to talk about it. For x in range 10, so we know the range, right? So for x in range 10, what do we want to do? We want to bring that list, okay, and then we are going to add every element. So we want to append, and then when we are appending an element to this particular empty list, okay, we want to have a range of elements, and the range we are saying is 10. Within this range, every element that we look through and we get, okay, we want to append it in this particular list. And now in the process of appending it in this particular empty list, okay, we want to make sure that we square it. We square the x number, okay. So it's just x square, okay. So we are going to square this x temporary number. So when we look through the range, so let me first print range of 10 for you guys. Let me cut this code. Range 10. Okay. So you see, range of 10 is what? 0, 10. It means 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that is our range of numbers. Now, we want to use list comprehension. Okay, in list comprehension, I'm saying that I have an empty list here. With this empty list, I want to be appending these range of numbers here in this list. Now, when I am appending, I want to make sure that I square the number that I'll be appending. So if it's 2, the square of 2 will be what? Then that number is saved here in the list for me. Okay, so all that I need to do is come here, remember indentation, then I will say print. What am I printing? The LST, which is this. So when I say print LST, it will display all the elements we appended and then we squared it here for me. So let's say print. So let's run this. So you see, I am seeing 0, 1, 4, 9, 16. So it's taking the square of each number. But initially, you see we have this. You see 0 to 10, 0, 1, 2, 3 to the square. So square of this is 0, square of 1 is 1, but square of 2 is what? 4. So it goes like that: 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, and 81. Okay, guys. So let's look at another one. Let's say now, for you to be able to write efficient code, this thing will take a lot of memory. Remember, we are dealing with data structures. So you need to understand that you need to write efficient code that when your manager or your employer sees, they know you are good. For instance, when you are having interviews and all that. So you need to make sure that you write efficient codes and not just writing, this is good. You know, back in the days, like we say, hey, code not for, the code is working. You understand? But now we want to make sure that we don't just write a code to work, but we write a code efficiently in order for us to get more memory or space. So we need to reduce the memory usage, okay? And that will make you a good programmer. So with this particular thing, I can still write it in a different way that will get more, we will get more space. So it doesn't consume our memory. So what I will do is I will come here, another code here, and all that I can do is just, this is where the comprehension works well. It's just for me to bring the list like this. So you see, instead of me writing all this for loop, appending on all that before I print, I can put all this in this particular empty here without me even declaring a variable. I don't need to declare a variable. I just put everything inside. And this is how I can do with burst. Within the list here, I just write a script. So the first thing is, what is your result? So you first start with, I think I need to teach something like, we call something basic syntax. So don't worry, I'll teach you below. Don't worry. So what I need is, the first expression will be my result, and then the next expression will be my calculation or my statement. So what I will do here is, what will be the result? I said here that the result is what? S squared. Okay? You see how the operator sign. Remember, I taught you operators in Python. So the result is x squared. So all that I need to do in this list is what? Just bring the x squared. Okay? So x squared like this. Okay? And then what is the next? The calculation. What was I doing? I said for in x in range, append the x squared. I've already said the x squared, so I just need to append. So I'll just come here, okay, and then all that I need to do is just bring the for loop. So for x in range, for x in range, for x in range. So what was the range? Which is 10. That's it. I have gotten a lot of space. So when I run this, I should get the same results like this. So let's see. You see, we have the same result. But this time around, we are getting enough space and we are not using a lot of memory. So this is what we call data structures. You need to write codes efficiently. Okay? So you need to understand that this works fine, but for you to be a good programmer, you need to write it in this way. You see the difference, guys? Some say, yes, you always have to be good. That's why we are learning from the basics. So this is the basics, and then the pro is this. Get a concept. So you see, in most software applications, you see these kind of things a lot. You see this for X in range, and you see them like this. You will never, no good programmer will do it like this for you. It's a waste of time. All right. Now, let you understand it well. So basically, this list comprehensions, all that I'm trying to tell you guys is, we have some basic syntax. No, let me make it a markdown so you see it clearly. So let me make it a markdown. So what I'm saying is, we have list comprehension, okay? We have list comprehension. And for list comprehension, we have basic, no, I shouldn't even use this. So we have basic syntax, okay? We have basic syntax. And the basic syntax is that the expression, you see the concept I'm doing? The expression for item, okay, in iterable, okay? I'll explain, don't worry. And then we have another one which is with conditional logic. I'll give you an example of all that. With conditional logic, okay? We have another one with conditional logic, which is basically the expression, conditional logic, expression for item in iterable if condition. Okay, don't worry, I'll explain, guys. I just want you guys to understand this concept and this. Okay, so we are saying that this comprehension, we have basic syntax, expression for item in iterable, and we have another one which is with conditional logic, okay, which is the expression for item in iterable if condition. Okay, I'll give an example, don't worry, you understand later. And then we have, as usual, our boss, the nested one, okay? The nested list comprehension. Okay, the nested list comprehension is basically the expression. How should I put it for you guys? Expression, expression for item, expression for item one in Iterate one. Nested in Iterate one for item two in Iterate two. Okay, so let me show you guys. So what I'm saying here is, okay, I didn't bring the space, so I'm getting, all right. Okay, so what I'm saying here is that we have basic syntax in what do we call it, in Python, basic syntax for list comprehension. Okay, and we have the basic syntax is usually expressed as what, the expression for item in Iterate, which means when we are iterating. Now we have another one with conditional logic where the expression for the item in iteratable is condition. And then the next one is the nested list comprehension, which based on the item one, we iterate that particular one. Based on the item two, we then reiterate on the item two. So now let's look at the typical example, so you get the logic, the practical example. That is why I don't like the theorist aspect. But I needed to force and write something so you guys can understand how we will express each one. Okay? All right. Good. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me and like, share for others to join. This is Darko Labs. This is an AI bootcamp we are working on. And for us to be good with AI bootcamp, we need to master Python. And that is our main goal, our main focus now, before we head to machine learning later on. All right. Now, let's look at an example. Okay, let's look at the basic one. The basic list. Sorry. Basic list comprehension. Okay, so let's look at the basic list comprehension. Now for basic list comprehension, what we are going to do is, since we are squaring, let's use the same example. Okay, so since we are squaring here, let me assign it to a variable. So I will just say here, what I will say is that square is equal to, so I'm assigning it to a variable. Okay, then I'll just copy this. See, I'll just copy this. I don't want to type it again. I'm so lazy, guys. So square x squared 2 for x in range this, right? So we are looking at the basic principle first. And we are saying that the basic principle first is what? Expression for item in Iterate when we are iterating. So let's look at how it works. So now I'm saying that this one, I just want to print, okay? I just want to print the square, which is a variable. And this is what we just did here. So that is the basic one I just taught you guys here. Okay. So I will just run this and we will still get the same result. You see, you're still getting the same result. Now let's look at the main order, which is what do we call the one with the condition, this one. Okay, let's look at the one with the conditional logic. Okay, the one with the conditional logic. So let's see, we know conditional logic, now we know loops. If we know else and all that, if maybe is greater than this, if this modulo that is equal to that, we know that, right? So let's look at the conditional logic. So let's say we are going to set conditional logic for this, okay? For this. So let me just copy, okay, let me try to set it in a different way for you guys. So let's say even numbers, okay? So let's give our variable name. Even numbers is equal to a list. Inside the list, we are saying that the num for num, okay, for num in range. So let's say in range 10, okay, in range 10. If the number, you see how I'm writing everything in one line. This is the efficient code. Yeah, this is how I'm writing it. You see, if the number modulo, so let me say modulo 2, okay, is equal to 0, what do? Then let's print the even numbers. Okay, we just print the even numbers, which is this one. So I'm trying to get even numbers. Okay, so I'm saying that this is with conditional logic. Even numbers, this is our variable. Number 4, so num for num in range. If the number modulo 2 is equal to 0, then they are even numbers, so print them. So let's run. So you see 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So these are even numbers. Okay, these are even numbers. Let's say we put here 3. Okay, let's run. These are what? Mixed, even numbers and odd numbers. See, let's say we put here 5. Let's run. You see, these are what? Mixed again, because 0 is an even number. Alright, okay. So modulo, let's say 2, you get what? Even numbers. So this is how we set for list comprehensions with conditional logic. So it's just the expression for item in iterable if condition. So you see the if condition is the last. So the expression, this is the expression, and then this is the if condition. That's it. You bring the expression and the if condition. Okay? Alright. Let's look at the last one, which is the nested, before we do our main practical example. Okay? So let's look at the last one, which is the nested list comprehension. So with the nested list comprehension, for the practical example, you guys can request and come up. Okay? Yeah. So the nested list comprehension, what we are going to do is, we are saying that, let's say LST is equal to a list. Okay? Let's say it's equal to a list, and we assign it to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's make it short so we don't waste time. And then we are saying that LST2, we are assigning it to a list, and inside this list we are going to make it a string. So let's say because we are going to use Q, so I'll just say A, B. I'll let you know the goal of what I'm doing. Okay, A, B, C, and then the last one will be what? D. Okay, so we are trying to understand list comprehensions. Okay, but I'll bring you something, but we will look at it tomorrow, which is tuple. Okay, or we can pause here if you guys are okay. So write in the comment section, because what I'm coming to teach you now, there will be some kind of a different concept, which is tomorrow we'll look at that, which is tuple, which I don't want to bombard your minds. Okay, because for nested list comprehension, we say that the expression for item 1 in iterable 1 for item 2 in iterable 2. Meaning, I will need to add some kind of tuple to pair my two lists. To pair these two lists, I will need to add some kind of tuple. And it's basically something like this. Pair, I define a variable pair, and then inside the list, I will say, let's say I, j. Okay, these are different temporary variables. Then I want to be holding in a list. Then I'll bring my for loop for I in j. Okay, sorry, for I in the first one, LST1. Okay, for, you see another iterable mode for j in LST2. So you see how I'm representing it. So I just want to say pair. This list is a temporary variable I'm storing, or I want to hold now. For I in list 1, this one. And then so I'm assigning I to the first list, and I'm assigning J to the second list. It's as simple as that, right? Now I'm saying that pair for I in list 1, for J in list 2. Okay, I just need to just print it. Okay, I just need to print it, but it should be in a list like this, and then I'll come here and I'll end it in a list, so the pair becomes a list. And now I can just print it with what? My print function. So print, Oh, print into bracket. Okay, so print into bracket. What do I print? I just print my pair. I just print this variable. So I copy it, I paste it here like this. So all that I'm doing here is I want to have a nested list, and for nested list, we are saying that the nested list comprehension is expression for the item 1 in iterable mode 1, another expression for item 2 in iterable mode 2. So you could see that here, what is it? The expression for item 1 in iterable mode 1, this is it. Item 2 in iterable mode 2, this is it. And this is that because we need to define our temporary variables. These variables, this one. We need to define. That's why. And when we define, we want to display it as a list. That is why I stored it as a list here. Okay, I put it in the list, right? And then once I run this, I should get them. One is A, one is B, one C, one D. Okay, and then when I run, oh, let me scroll it again. So when I run, you see D, 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D, 3A, 3B, 3C, you understand? So it goes like that. Okay? So that's how it works. And then it's very simple. But don't worry if you don't understand it clearly. When we are dealing with tuple, you guys will get a clear concept. Okay? You understand this well when we are dealing with tuples. Okay? Alright. Now let's look at the last one, which is which I think you guys should be aware of before we go to our practical session. Let's look at the one with function cells. So list comprehension. List comprehension with function cells. I know you've not done functions, but you understand it's simple. So let's say I have words. Okay, let's say I have words, and this words I'm assigning it to a list. Okay, and for my list I'm saying that these are the words: hello, hello, and the next one will be world, and then another one, hello world, Python, anything. It can be any statement. I'm just trying to come up with something, and I'll say list. Okay, just trying to come up with something that we can use to learn. And I'm saying that, let's say comprehension. All right, now we have this list. Right? These are all strings. Okay, now let's say we want to know the length of this list. Okay, so the length, okay, is equal to a list, which is the length of each word, the length of that particular word. So what is the words? So it's words. Okay, so word, the length of each word. So word for the remainder of for word in what? In words. So it's basically, we have a list of words here. Okay, and now for this list of words here, we are assigning it, we want to know the length of each word. Okay, and for us to know the length of these words, we are saying that, so you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this will be 13. So we are trying to print the length of these words, each words. We are trying to print them, the length of each word here. That is why I'm saying that I want to assign it to a variable called length. And for this length, I am saying that length, this is a pre-built in function. Length, okay, it's a pre-built in function in Python. Length. So when I say length, okay, let me do something. Type of length. Okay. Okay, it doesn't allow us to display that because it's a different method. Okay, that's fine. I wanted to show you guys. But what I want you to understand is this is an inbuilt function in Python. So we want to understand the length of each word. So we say len word. This is a temporary variable we are assigning. Okay, we are assigning to each word that we are going to count. So the length of this word, 4. Now we are going to loop. We are going to iterate in these words. We are going to iterate in each and count. So for the length of word, for word in words, which is this. So we want this. So it means that when you iterate over each word, okay, come bring the length and store it in this particular word for me as a temporary hold. Now once I store it there as a temporary hold, all that I need to do is print that particular temporary hold length, which we have assigned to a variable called length. And it's as simple as that. You see how the code is? And once I run this, I should get 5, 5, 6, 4, 13. That's why I was counting. You see? And this is 13. The length of this is 13, 4, 5, 4, 5, 5. That's why we are seeing 5, 5, 6, 4, 13. This is just list comprehension with function cells. Okay? So this is a function. Okay? We are just using this function cell to do the calculation here, and then we count it and get the result. Okay, so you need to understand all these concepts. Okay, guys, I am done for today, and this video will be posted on YouTube. Okay, so the next one we are going to do, because today is workshop, we are going to do more practicals here. Okay, but the practical will not be included in the recording. So I'm going to, because I want you guys to request and come up. So I'm going to pause the recording, and then the whole training today will be posted on YouTube and also shared on our Discord platform. So don't forget to subscribe, follow me on TikTok, on YouTube, and let's learn together.